Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jasmine, and today's video is going to be all about my 2026 goals and the vision that I have for this year. So I usually like to make a vision board of some kind, and I usually try and keep it kind of private. I make it at the front of my agenda, or I make the lock screen on my phone to be my vision board. But this year I decided to do something different, something a little more bold and a little bit more out there than what I would normally do, and that is this. I made this full-size vision board that I'm going to keep on the shelf beside my desk so I can see it every day, whether I'm working or not. I'm walking past it because my desk is it's a little bit out in the open. It's in a corner of a living room. I don't actually have an office in this house that we're living in. So whether I'm going to the kitchen or I'm going upstairs or I'm coming downstairs, I can see this vision board that I'm walking past every single time. And I did that on purpose this year because I want to achieve my goals. I want to achieve my vision that I have for me, for my family for this year. And so I want to talk to you about what I'm planning to do and how I'm planning to do it and the steps that I'm taking. I recognize that not everything is going to happen, and a lot of it is maybe wishful thinking, but it doesn't mean that it's not going to be a goal that I'm working towards. I may not achieve it in 2026, but it is something that I do want to achieve for my life within the next 3 years. So the first thing that I do every morning is I start with my gratitude journal. Let me show you, I have it handy. It's this one right here. It's the 5-minute journal. And basically, it asks you every morning what you're grateful for, what 3 things would make today great, and a daily affirmation. At the end of the day, you fill it out again. What were your 3 highlights of the day, and what is something that you learned today? I have been filling this out every morning because one of my goals is to wake up at 5 a.m. so that I can have some alone time. I am a mom to 2 7-year-olds. It is hard to find time to be alone. It is possible to do it after they go to bed, but let's be honest, a lot of moms are just exhausted and burnt out for the day by that point. So I like to use 5 a.m. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This year, so far, it's been 13 days. I have not been getting out of bed at 5 o'clock. My alarm has been going off at 5, but I've been getting up at about 6 o'clock. So it's giving me about 1 hour of alone time. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm working a little bit harder each day to wake up 1 or 2 minutes earlier. So eventually I'm going to hit that 5 o'clock goal. So you can see here, I have an alarm clock for 5 a.m. because that is my goal for this year. It's not going to happen overnight, and I knew that, and clearly it's not happening overnight. So the other thing that I have been doing daily, sometimes twice a day, when I have a little bit of time, is I have a journal. This is basically where I'm just brain dumping whatever thoughts have come to my mind, or any of the things that I need to just get out of my head. Not my to-do list and not anything similar to that, but it's more of just like, let's help curb my anxiety by brain dumping the thoughts I felt today, the feelings that I felt today. And so far I started on December 18th because I knew that journaling was going to be one of my goals and my vision for 2025. So on December 18th, I started, and I have journaled every day since then. So that is something that so far I am really proud of myself. I know that it takes, some people say 21, some people say 30 days to form a habit, but I think this is something that I have stuck to, and I'm really proud of myself. So if you are thinking about journaling, I would highly recommend it. I find it quite therapeutic. It's not solving the world problems, but it's definitely helping my brain to calm down, and you don't need anything fancy. This is just a notebook that I've had lying around for like 5 years, and I decided to go ahead and use it. Let me just take a sip of my coffee. So let's go to the vision board. I'm going to show it to you again. This is it in its glory. and I'll kind of walk through things as I have put them on here. I've tried to keep things sort of grouped together in the way that made sense to me. So this may not make sense to you, but if you are thinking about making a vision board, do what works for you. Do what makes sense to you. And that's the greatest advice that I can give you. You don't have to do anything fancy or anything expensive, like getting photos printed at Photoshops. I just printed these on my printer and cut them out because that was the best option for me. So the first thing here, the number one thing, is debt-free. If you've watched my videos before, you know that my husband and I are in a debt payoff journey and that we also want to buy a new house this year. So not only are we trying to pay off all the rest of our debt, we're also trying to save a down payment for our house, which is also these two pictures right here. The reason I have two pictures for houses is because that is the number one goal for 2026. And so I wanted it to be the most prominent. Here I have a new car. That's not necessarily going to be for this year. I don't think that it's going to happen this year. But like I said, it is something that is on my 3-year goal. I don't drive a brand new car. I never have. And so I would really like to be able to do that for myself one day. Okay, this is a picture of a credit card bill that has zero balance, which goes with the debt-free zone. This is just another visual reminder of what we're working towards this year. This is a money tree. Does not signify that I think that money grows on trees. Basically what it is the symbol of abundance, which is what I'm trying to manifest for this year. I have started learning about manifestation and learning all about how I can bring it forward in my life. I don't think that money is magically going to grow on trees like this picture is showing, but what I do believe is the power of manifestation and how if you work hard for something, it's going to come to you. Your wants and your dreams are going to come to you, but through the power of hard work. That's my belief. Other people have other ideas about what manifestation is, and that's okay. But I do truly believe that through the power of hard work, we can achieve our goals. Okay, next up, I have these pictures of content creation. I have been a content creator for quite some time, but I do it behind the scenes. I am a social media manager and content creator. That's what I do for my job. And I create content for businesses, but I also want to become a content creator in my own right. So I've been working hard to create more YouTube videos. I have just opened up a personal brand TikTok page. I'll link it down below if you want to follow me, because that is something that I really want to do for myself. I think that I have the ability to do it. I have all the gear to do it. These two pictures just kind of remind me of the vision that I set for myself for this year in that capacity. All right, so I have the YouTube play button because I do want to create more content for YouTube. It goes along with these two pictures, but I'm also working towards becoming monetized. I've been making YouTube videos for a really long time, but I have been very inconsistent, and I know that, and I've never tried to monetize my channel before. So this is actually a new goal for me for this year. This quote here is something that goes along with my belief in manifestation. It says, you can't just sit there and wait for people to give you the golden dream. You've got to go out there and make it happen for yourself. So I can put out into the universe what I want, what I would like to attract, but it goes along with that. I believe that you have to go out and work for it and go out and get it. Okay, so these two pictures here are basically of sort of a vision that I have for myself in how I want to be perceived this year. I want to be looked at in a more professional manner. Not that I don't try and dress professionally when I'm working with my clients and stuff, but there's something inside me that feels like I can do a little bit better with the way that I dress and the way that I have an aura about me. I'm trying to work on that. And so this sort of represents what I would like to put forward this year. Here is a picture of somebody journaling, and that is something that I've already started. I showed you my journal. This is a picture of a beach vacation because that is something that I would like to do this year. Emil and I have talked about taking a vacation, just the two of us. We have not done that since before our kids were born. In fact, since before I even got pregnant. So that's been about 8.5 years now since the two of us took a vacation alone. And I want that for us for this year. I want us to have an opportunity to reconnect with each other. And I think that a beach vacation would be perfect. It's nice and calm, it's nice and quiet and laid back. This is a picture of Big Ben. My mother-in-law is turning 70 this year, and one of her wishes is for our whole family to visit London. Now, we are looking at a couple of other options outside of London. This picture just represents the trip that we will hopefully all take together, whether that be to London or somewhere else in Europe or wherever she decides that she wants to go because it is her birthday. This is a completion badge from an IBM course that I have started on AI prompt engineering. I work in social media. My background is marketing, and AI has really become so powerful and such in the forefront of our society today that I think that it's really important that I stay on top of it to benefit my business and to grow my business. So AI prompt engineering is something that I started studying. And this badge represents me achieving finishing of the course. And that is something that I want to get done this year and just expand my skill set. Okay, lastly, I have health and wellness here. I want to take my health more seriously. I have been on a GLP-1 for about 2 years now. I have lost a significant amount of weight, but I know that there's more that I can do to help with the benefits of being on that GLP-1. I do cook at home, but I want to learn to cook more healthy dishes more often, but also taking my physical health more seriously. I do go to the gym about 1 to 2 times a week, but I think that I can do more. It doesn't necessarily mean that I have to go more times per week. I probably should, and I recognize that. But I think I need to do more higher intensity workouts. Right now I'm just doing like yoga and Pilates, but I want to be able to do more. And so this year I'm going to focus on that. I will start slow. I'm not going to jump into anything. I don't want to risk any injuries, or I don't want to risk any burnout in the sense that I took on too much too fast. So I'll slowly work into it, just like I'm slowly working into everything else. And then I have a picture of makeup here. This is a little bit of a weird one, but this is for my own self. I want to be able to put on a better face going forward. It ties into these two pictures and it goes along more with the image that I'm putting outwards of myself. I have makeup, I wear makeup sometimes, but I would like to wear it more often. When I wear it, it makes me feel good. I'm happy with how it looks on my skin. I don't want to, be a beauty influencer or anything like that. I just want to put on a good face to feel good about myself and feel like I'm being taken professionally and being taken seriously. So that's my vision board for 2026. Thank you so much for watching, coming along this journey with me. If you have made a vision board, I would love for you to share it with me on Instagram or TikTok now, because now you can follow me on TikTok. If you've started journaling or any of the things that I talked about, or if you have any questions or you just want to chat about your vision for the year, leave me a comment down below. I would love to get to know you a little bit more, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.